Imagine for a moment that you are standing on the edge of a vast, calm ocean. The water is perfectly still, reflecting the first hint of violet and orange painting the horizon. The air is crisp, cool, and completely silent. There are no notifications dinging, no emails demanding your attention, no traffic horns blaring, and no voices asking you for favors. In this moment, the world is entirely yours. You are not reactive, you are proactive. You are not rushing, you are breathing. This is not a dream, this is a choice. This is the sanctuary of the early morning. But let us be honest with each other. For most people, the morning does not look like this. For most, the morning is a chaotic sprint. It starts with a jarring alarm, the heavy slap of the snooze button, and a groan of resistance. It is a frantic scramble to find keys. A lukewarm cup of coffee gulped down while checking a stressful inbox. And the sinking feeling that you are already behind schedule before you have even walked out the door. What if I told you that the difference between a life of chaos and a life of extraordinary achievement comes down to one single hour? What if the secret to writing that book, getting in the best shape of your life, or finally launching that business, was simply a matter of shifting your schedule back just a little bit? We are not talking about depriving yourself of sleep. We are talking about rearranging your consciousness. We are talking about the 5 a.m. miracle. This is not just about waking up early. It is about waking up better. It is about dominating your day before breakfast. Over the next several chapters, we are going to dismantle the myths about being a night owl. We are going to restructure your evening routine, and we are going to hand you a blueprint for the most productive hour of your life. Welcome to the Revolution of the Sunrise. Chapter 1. The Sanctuary of Silence. Let us address the elephant in the room immediately. You are probably thinking, I am just not a morning person. My DNA is wired for midnight, not sunrise. I hear this every single day. And while chronotypes are real, and some people do have a natural biological propensity to stay up later, the vast majority of what we call being a night owl is actually just a habit. It is a lifestyle choice fueled by artificial light, late-night television, and the addictive scroll of social media feeds. Think about what actually happens after 10 o'clock at night. Are you truly doing your best work? Are you producing your magnum opus? Or are you passively consuming entertainment, watching one more episode, or browsing the internet in a state of semi-exhaustion? For most of us, the hours between 10 at night and midnight are low-energy hours. We are tired, our willpower is depleted, we are susceptible to snacking and mindlessness. Now, contrast that with 5 a.m. The world is asleep. The energy of the day hasn't started its frenetic vibration yet. There is a sacred quality to the silence of the pre-dawn hours. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you are stealing a march on the world. You have established a psychological advantage. You know that while your competitors, your colleagues, and even your critics are buried under their duvets, you are up. You are moving. You are building. This time is what we call the golden hour. It is a time when your brain is rested, your willpower battery is fully charged, and your creative potential is at its peak. In this sanctuary of silence, you can hear your own thoughts. You can strategize. You can visualize the trajectory of your life without the constant interruption of other people's priorities. The 5 a.m. miracle is not about punishing yourself. It is about giving yourself a gift. It is the gift of time. It is the only time of day that is truly 100% yours. Once the sun comes up and the world wakes up, your time belongs to your boss, your spouse, your children, or your clients. But 5 a.m., that belongs to you. Chapter 2. The Anchor of the Evening. You cannot build a skyscraper on a swamp. Similarly, you cannot build a 5 a.m. habit on a foundation of poor sleep. The number one reason people fail to wake up early is not a lack of discipline in the morning. It is a lack of discipline the night before. The 5 a.m. miracle actually begins at 9 p.m. If you attempt to wake up at 5 a.m. after going to bed at 1 a.m., you are not practicing productivity. You are practicing masochism. You will burn out in 3 days, and you will hate the very idea of early rising. To wake up early, you must sleep early. It is simple mathematics. You need 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep to function at an elite level. This means you need to be asleep not just in bed, but asleep by 9:30 or 10 p.m. This requires a radical shift in how you view your evening. We tend to view the evening as a time to decompress by plugging in. We watch the news, which spikes our cortisol. We scroll through phones, bathing our retinas in blue light that suppresses melatonin, the hormone required for deep sleep. We eat heavy meals that force our digestion to work overtime when our bodies should be resting. To own your morning, you must master your evening. You need a digital sunset. 1 hour before your intended sleep time, all screens must go dark. No television, no laptop, no smartphone. This sounds extreme to modern ears, but it is essential. Replace that stimulation with analog activities. Read a physical book. Journal. Meditate. Stretch. Talk to your partner. You must also set the stage. Your bedroom should be a cave, cool, dark, and quiet. Prepare your environment for the morning. Lay out your workout clothes. Set up your coffee machine. Have your water glass ready. When you wake up at 5 a.m., your brain will be foggy for a few minutes. If you have to make decisions, where are my socks? Do I have coffee beans? You will likely retreat to the warmth of your bed. But if the path is cleared, if the clothes are waiting like a uniform for a soldier, you simply step into the routine. The battle for the morning is won the night before. Chapter 3. The first 30 minutes. The alarm goes off. It is 5 a.m. It is dark outside. Your bed is warm. The air in the room is chilly. This is the moment of truth. This is the deciding factor between a day of victory and a day of mediocrity. Do not hit the snooze button. The snooze button is a dream killer. When you hit snooze, you are telling the universe that 5 minutes of low-quality, fragmented sleep is more important than your goals. You are starting your day with procrastination. You are starting your day with resistance. Here is the technique, the 5-second rule. When you hear the alarm, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then physically launch yourself out of bed. Do not think. Do not negotiate with yourself. Just move. Once you are vertical, your first priority is hydration. You have just gone 8 hours without water. Your body is dehydrated. Your brain is shriveled like a sponge left in the sun. Before you drink coffee, before you eat, drink a massive glass of water, ideally 20 ounces. Squeeze some lemon in it if you like. You will feel your cells waking up. You will feel the fog lifting. Next, you need movement. You do not need to run a marathon right this second, but you need to get your blood flowing. Do 50 jumping jacks. Do 20 push-ups. Go for a brisk walk around the block. The goal here is to spike your heart rate and tell your body that sleep time is over. This releases endorphins and dopamine. It shakes off the cobwebs better than caffeine ever could. This first 30 minutes is about priming the machine. Hydrate, move, breathe. If you can master just these first 30 minutes, the rest of the day becomes significantly easier. You have already won a victory before most people have opened their eyes. You have proven to yourself that you are disciplined. That feeling of accomplishment is addictive. It creates a momentum that carries you through the inevitable challenges of the day. Chapter 4. The Power of Solitude. Now that you are awake, hydrated, and moving, what do you actually do with this newfound time? You do not use it to check email. I repeat, do not check your email. Do not check social media. If you let the outside world into your brain at 5:30 a.m., you have lost the advantage. You have instantly put yourself in a reactive state. The 5 a.m. hour is for high-value activities that nourish your soul and advance your long-term goals. This is the time for what I call the grand design. Use this time to meditate. Even 10 minutes of silence can rewire your brain, lower your stress levels, and improve your focus for the next 16 hours. Sit in stillness. Observe your breath. Visualize how you want your day to go. This is also the prime time for learning. Read 10 pages of a non-fiction book that teaches you a new skill. If you read 10 pages every morning, that is 10 books a year. Think about how much further ahead you would be in your career if you read 10 books on your industry every single year. Or perhaps you use this time for deep work. If you are a writer, write. If you are a coder, code. If you are an artist, paint. There are no interruptions. Your phone is silent. The house is quiet. You can enter a flow state much faster at 5 a.m. than you can at 2 p.m. Imagine dedicating 1 hour every morning to your side hustle or your passion project. That is 7 hours a week. That is 365 hours a year. That is 9 full 40-hour work weeks of pure, uninterrupted focus on your dream. That is enough time to write a novel, build an app, or launch a consultancy. And you did it all before breakfast, without sacrificing your day job or your family time. That is the miracle. Chapter 5. Fueling the Machine. Let us talk about energy. You can have all the time in the world, but if you have no energy, you have nothing. The 5 a.m. miracle relies heavily on how you fuel your body. The modern diet is a disaster for productivity. High sugar, processed carbohydrates, and heavy fats create a roller coaster of energy spikes and crashes. If you eat a donut for breakfast, you will feel a burst of energy, and then by 10 a.m., you will be crashing hard, looking for more sugar or caffeine to prop you up. To sustain a 5 a.m. lifestyle, you need clean fuel. Think of your body as a high-performance vehicle. You wouldn't put cheap sludge into a Ferrari. Why do you put it into your body? Focus on green smoothies. Spinach, kale, berries, a clean protein powder. This floods your system with micronutrients. It digests easily, so your body doesn't spend all its energy breaking down heavy food. And let's talk about caffeine. Coffee is a wonderful tool, but it is a terrible master. If you need coffee to wake up, you are dependent. Use coffee strategically. Wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking up before you have your first cup. Why? Because when you first wake up, your body's cortisol levels are naturally high to help you get moving. If you add caffeine on top of that, you build a tolerance and increase stress. Wait until your cortisol drops, then introduce the caffeine. You will get a better boost and avoid the jitters. Water remains your best friend throughout the day. Fatigue is often just dehydration in disguise. Before you reach for a snack, drink water. Keep a bottle on your desk. By keeping your biological engine clean and hydrated, you ensure that the extra hours you have gained are high-quality hours. Chapter 6. The Quarter System. One of the biggest mistakes people make is looking at their day as one giant block of time. I have 8 hours to work. This is a recipe for procrastination. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself 8 hours to write a report, it will take 8 hours. In the 5 a.m. philosophy, we break the day down into segments. I call this the quarter system. Instead of one day, imagine you have 4 mini days. Quarter 1 is from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is your prime time. This is for your personal growth, your workout, and your most critical, high-focus work task. By 9 a.m., you should have accomplished more than most people do in a week. Quarter 2 is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is for collaboration, meetings, and standard work tasks. Quarter 3 is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is often a lower energy time. Use it for administrative tasks, returning emails, and planning. Quarter 4 is from 5 p.m. to bedtime. This is for family, hobbies, relaxation, and preparing for the next day. By segmenting your day, you create urgency. You only have 4 hours in quarter 1. You have to hustle. It also gives you reset points. If you have a terrible morning and blow quarter 1, you don't have to throw the whole day away. You can reset at 9 a.m. and crush quarter 2. This structure prevents the feeling of an endless, dragging day. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you moving, and it ensures that you are switching gears appropriately, moving from deep focus to collaboration to rest. Chapter 7. The Weekend Optimization. Here is where many people fall off the wagon. They are disciplined soldiers from Monday to Friday. They wake up at 5 a.m., they work out, they eat clean, and then Friday night comes. They stay up until 2 a.m. They sleep in until noon on Saturday. They eat junk food. They binge-watch television. By Sunday night, their sleep cycle is destroyed. They have social jet lag. Waking up on Monday morning becomes a brutal torture because they have shifted their internal clock by 5 or 6 hours. I am not saying you cannot have fun on the weekends, but you must protect the asset. The asset is your rhythm. If you wake up at 5 a.m. on weekdays, try not to sleep past 7 a.m. on weekends. Keep your wake-up time relatively consistent. Use the weekends for a different kind of productivity. This is not about grinding at your desk. This is about life administration. Use Saturday morning, the beautiful, quiet hours of Saturday morning, to do your grocery shopping before the crowds, to clean your house, to review your finances. By getting these chores done early on Saturday, you free up the rest of the weekend for genuine, guilt-free relaxation. Most people spend their entire weekend with a low-level anxiety hanging over their heads because they know they have chores to do. They procrastinate until Sunday night, and then the Sunday scaries set in. If you attack your chores at 7 a.m. on Saturday, you are done by 10 a.m. You have 2 full days of freedom. You can go hiking, play with your kids, or go to the movies with a completely clear conscience. The 5 a.m. mentality applies to leisure just as much as it applies to work. It is about being intentional with your time so you can enjoy it fully. Chapter 8. The inevitable failure. You are going to fail. Let me be clear about that. There will be a morning where you sleep through the alarm. There will be a night where you stay up too late at a wedding or a party. There will be a week where you get the flu and cannot get out of bed. This is normal. This is human. The problem is not the failure. The problem is the shame spiral that follows. Many people miss one day, and then they say, well, I ruined it. I'm not a morning person. I might as well give up. This is the perfectionist trap. Perfectionism is just procrastination in a fancy suit. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. If you miss a day, show yourself some compassion. You are building a lifestyle, not a prison. The rule is, never miss twice. If you sleep in on Tuesday, that is a fluke. Make sure you are up at 5 a.m. on Wednesday. Do not let a slip become a slide. Analyze why you failed. Did you drink caffeine too late? Did you forget to set the alarm? Did you have an argument that kept you awake? Diagnose the issue, adjust your system, and move on. Remember, the goal is progress. If you wake up at 5 a.m. 4 days a week, that is 4 days of magic you didn't have before. That is a massive win. Do not discount the progress because it isn't 100% perfect. Chapter 9. The ripple effect. When you adopt the 5 a.m. miracle, something interesting happens. It starts with the wake-up time, but it spreads to every area of your life. It is a keystone habit. Because you want to wake up early, you start eating better, so you can sleep better. Because you are waking up early and exercising, you feel more confident. Because you are more confident and productive, your performance at work improves. Because your performance improves, your income potential grows. Because you are happier and less stressed, your relationships deepen. You become a person of your word. You learn to trust yourself. When the alarm goes off and you get up, you are keeping the first promise of the day to yourself. This builds self-esteem. You walk through the world with a different posture. You are the captain of your ship, not a passenger being tossed around by the waves. People will notice. They will ask you, how do you get so much done? Or, why are you always so energetic? You will become a leader, simply by example. Chapter 10. Your new identity. We are coming to the end of our journey. But for you, it is just the beginning. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture the person you want to be. Is that person stressed? Is that person rushing? Is that person constantly apologizing for being late? No. The person you want to be is calm. They are focused. They are strong. They have time for their health, their family, and their dreams. They are in control. That person is waiting for you at 5 a.m. The alarm is going to go off tomorrow morning. You have a choice. You can stay in the comfort of your dreams, or you can wake up and chase them. You can pull the covers over your head and hide from the world, or you can rise up and meet it. The bed is comfortable, but it is also a grave for your potential if you stay there too long. The floor is cold, but it is the foundation of your future. Set your alarm. Put it across the room so you have to stand up to turn it off. Lay out your clothes. Commit to the process. It will be hard. The first few days will be a shock to the system. Your mind will rebel. Your body will plead for more sleep. But you must hold the line. You must push through the discomfort. On the other side of that discipline is freedom. The sun is coming up. The world is quiet. The coffee is brewing. The day is a blank page, and you hold the pen. This is your life. This is your time. This is your miracle. Wake up. Chapter 11. Advanced Tactics for the Elite. Now that we have established the foundation, let us look at the advanced tactics. These are the strategies used by CEOs, elite athletes, and high performers who have moved beyond the basics of simply waking up. One such tactic is the concept of task batching. In your quiet morning hours, do not just do random work. Group similar tasks together. If you are writing, do all your writing. If you are planning, do all your planning. Your brain has a switching cost. Every time you switch from writing to checking finances to answering a text, you lose cognitive fuel. In the silence of 5 a.m., you can achieve a state of deep work that is impossible to replicate in a busy office. Cal Newport, the author of Deep Work, argues that high-quality work produced is a function of time spent multiplied by the intensity of focus. At 5 a.m., your intensity of focus is at its maximum because there are zero distractions. Another advanced tactic is visualization. This is not just daydreaming. This is mental rehearsal. Olympic athletes use this. Before you start your day, sit for 5 minutes and run a mental movie of your day going perfectly. See yourself crushing that presentation. See yourself handling a difficult conversation with grace. See yourself driving home feeling satisfied. When you visualize, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing the activity. You are preloading your brain for success. You are creating a memory of a future event. When the real event happens, you have already been there. You are calm. You are prepared. Chapter 12. The Digital Detox. We touched on this regarding the evening routine, but it deserves its own chapter because it is the single biggest threat to your productivity. The smartphone is a weapon of mass distraction. If you look at your phone within the first hour of waking up, you are handing over your sovereignty. You are allowing the agenda of the world, the news, the ads, the likes, the comments, to dictate your emotional state. I challenge you to a 30-day experiment. For the first 60 minutes of your day, keep your phone in airplane mode, or better yet, leave it in another room. You will feel an itch. You will feel a phantom buzz in your pocket. That is the addiction leaving your body. Fight it. Replace that dopamine hit with the dopamine of accomplishment. Instead of scrolling, stretch. Instead of liking a photo, write in your journal. Instead of reading a tweet, read a classic philosophy book. You will find that your anxiety decreases significantly. You will find that your attention span lengthens. You will rediscover the ability to just be, without needing constant entertainment. This is true freedom. Chapter 13. The Accountability Factor. It is hard to do this alone. When it is dark and cold and you are tired, your internal excuses are very persuasive. This is why you need an accountability partner. Find a friend who also wants to improve their life. You don't have to be in the same house. You just need to check in. Text each other at 5 a.m. every morning. A simple thumbs up emoji. Knowing that someone is waiting for your text changes the psychology. It's not just about you anymore. It's about not letting your partner down. If you cannot find a partner, use social media to your advantage. Post a picture of your watch or your coffee at 5 a.m. Make a public declaration that you are doing this challenge. The fear of public inconsistency is a powerful motivator. Join a community. There are thousands of people doing the 5 a.m. miracle. Find them online. Share your struggles. Share your wins. When you see others doing it, it normalizes the behavior. It makes you feel like part of a tribe of high achievers. Chapter 14. The Longevity Game. This is not a 30-day challenge. This is a lifestyle. The goal is to be doing this 10 years from now. To do that, you must be flexible. There will be seasons in your life. If you have a newborn baby, the 5 a.m. miracle might be impossible for a few months. That is okay. Do not force it. Sleep when the baby sleeps. When the baby gets older, you can return to the routine. If you are traveling across time zones, be gentle with yourself. Adjust slowly. The 5 a.m. miracle is a tool to serve you, not a master to enslave you. If you are sick, rest. If you are burnt out, take a sabbatical. But always know that the sanctuary is there waiting for you. As you age, your sleep patterns will shift. You might naturally wake up earlier. Embrace it. Use those twilight years to write your memoirs, to study history, to enjoy the sunrise with a depth of appreciation that only comes with age. Chapter 15. The Final Vision. I want to leave you with a story. Imagine a man who wakes up every day at 8 a.m. He is always rushing. He eats fast food. He is stressed at work. He comes home exhausted and watches TV until midnight. He repeats this for 40 years. He looks back on his life and wonders where the time went. He feels like he was a spectator in his own life. Now imagine a woman. She wakes up at 5 a.m. She watches the sun rise. She exercises. She reads. She plans her day. By the time 8 a.m. rolls around, she has already lived a full morning. She is calm. She is purposeful. Over 40 years, she has read thousands of books. She has written journals. She has built businesses. She has maintained her health. She looks back on her life with deep satisfaction. She didn't just survive. She thrived. She squeezed every drop of potential out of every single day. Which life do you want? The time passes anyway. The years will go by whether you wake up at 5 a.m. or 8 a.m. The question is, what will you have to show for them? You have the blueprint. You understand the science. You have the strategies. The only thing left is the action. Set the alarm. Step into the quiet. Claim your miracle. This is the beginning of your new life. Chapter 16. Appendix. The Toolkit. Let's quickly review the essential tools you need to make this stick. 1. The alarm clock. Do not use your phone if you can avoid it. Buy an old-fashioned alarm clock. Why? Because if you use your phone, you might see a notification and get sucked in. Keep the bedroom technology free. 2. The journal. You need a place to dump your brain. Write down your gratitude. Write down your 3 main goals for the day. This clarifies your intention. 3. The water bottle. Put a full bottle on your nightstand before you sleep. Remove the friction of having to go to the kitchen. 4. The workout gear. Buy clothes that you feel good in. If you look like a pro, you will feel like a pro. Lay them out. 5. The go trigger. Find something that signals the start of your day. Maybe it is lighting a candle. Maybe it is putting on a specific playlist. Maybe it is the smell of coffee. Pavlovian conditioning works. Train your brain to recognize the signal. Chapter 17. Troubleshooting. Common problems. I'm too tired. Answer. Go to bed earlier. Review your evening routine. Cut out alcohol before bed, as it ruins sleep quality. I wake up, but I just sit there. Answer. Move your body immediately. Do not sit. Stand up. Walk. Motion creates emotion. My family hates my alarm. Answer. Get a vibrating alarm that goes under your pillow or wear a smartwatch that vibrates on your wrist. You can wake up without waking the house. I run out of things to do. Answer. This is a good problem. Start a new hobby. Learn a language. Plan your financial future. Or simply enjoy the rarity of doing nothing in a world that is obsessed with doing something. Chapter 18. A note. on willpower. Willpower is a muscle. It gets tired. This is why the morning is so crucial. You have the most willpower when you wake up. As the day goes on, decision fatigue sets in. By 6 p.m., it is very hard to force yourself to go to the gym or study. By front-loading your hardest and most important tasks to 5 a.m., you are utilizing your willpower when it is strongest. You are working with your biology, not against it. Do not rely on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes like the weather. Rely on discipline. Discipline is a choice. It is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Chapter 19. The Psychology of the Early Riser. There is a psychological shift that happens when you identify as an early riser. You start to see yourself as someone who goes against the grain. Someone who is willing to do what others won't. This builds a quiet confidence. You walk into a meeting at 9 a.m. knowing you have already had a full morning. You have a secret weapon. It gives you an edge. You are more prepared. You are more awake. This identity shift is powerful. You stop saying, "I have to wake up early," and start saying, "I get to wake up early." You stop seeing it as a chore and start seeing it as a privilege. Chapter 20. Conclusion. We have covered a lot of ground. From the biology of sleep to the tactics of productivity. From the evening routine to the morning execution. But information without implementation is just entertainment. You can listen to this audiobook 100 times, but if you don't actually set the alarm and get out of bed, nothing will change. Tomorrow morning, the test begins. The room will be dark. The bed will be warm. The voice in your head will say, "Just 5 more minutes." That is the moment. That is the battlefield. Win that battle, and you win the day. Win enough days, and you win your life. The 5 a.m. miracle is waiting for you. It is 1 hour before sunrise. It is quiet. It is peaceful. It is yours. Go get it. Chapter 21. Bonus Meditation. The Morning Visualization. I want to guide you through a brief visualization to use during your morning routine. You can do this sitting in a chair or on a cushion. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a second. Now exhale slowly through your mouth. Picture your day ahead. See it as a timeline stretching out before you. See yourself moving through the morning with ease. See yourself drinking water, exercising, feeling strong. See yourself starting your work. You are focused. You are clear. Distractions bounce off you like water off a duck. See yourself interacting with people. You are patient. You are kind. You are listening. See yourself facing a challenge. Maybe it's a difficult email or a traffic jam. See yourself breathing through it. You do not react with anger. You respond with calm. See yourself ending the day. You are tired but satisfied. You have done your best. You are proud of your effort. Now, open your eyes. You have just lived your day in your mind. Now, go live it in the world. You are ready. Chapter 22. Final words. Thank you for taking this journey with me. The world needs more people who are awake, people who are conscious, people who are living on purpose. By taking control of your morning, you are taking a stand against mediocrity. You are declaring that your life matters, that your dreams matter, and that you are willing to work for them. Keep rising, keep grinding, keep shining. Good morning, and good luck.